Hi guys, welcome to Sophie's launch. So if you've been invited here tonight or if you're watching the recording, we're really just here to inspire a different way. So my name's Ashleigh and I know Soph just through work. So we used to work together way back in Mount Cook, and it's really exciting to be able to share this because what it's done for me is unbelievable. So basically I started out just having this as a little side hustle on the side of a crazy 50-hour-a-week mental job that was very draining, exhausting, and very negative. So most of us can really resonate with that negative experience at work, or having to go to work in jobs that don't serve us, and having to really go out and put ourselves out there in something that's not fulfilling us. So if you can really resonate with that, I really just encourage you guys to take this with an open mind and listen on, because I know when I first saw this and when I first was shared this, I was skeptical. It scared the shit out of me. I was so skeptical because, I thought it was one of those things. I thought I'd have to be good at selling. I thought I'd have to be good at all these things. And it just, none of that was true. And I actually took 8 months to really open this up and have a closer look at what it is. So I really thank you guys for taking this time on tonight and taking this time to take a closer look at what it does, because really it's really allowed me to be able to travel more. So in 6 months of doing this on the side of that shitty job, just half an hour a day, instead of scrolling on Facebook, instead of watching TV, I found this as an opportunity and a way for me to create an income while traveling. So that's really cool, and that's something that you don't often see. So I know alarm bells may be going on and all these fears may be coming up. The same thing happened to me. I totally get it. But in 6 months of doing this, I'm happy to say that I've been able to quit that job and I've been able to travel and do all of the things just by working online. So I now do this full time. I get to help beautiful people like Sophie really create this and really do something and steer away from that mundane life, because there's so many of us living this mundane cycle of day-to-day life, and it's not serving us. It's very soul destroying. And whether you're a mum, whether you're someone that wants to travel, it's quite hard to leave your kids at home or put them in daycare, or it's quite hard to go to a job that doesn't serve you, when really all you want to be doing is spending time with your loved ones and also traveling and enjoying it. So life is here to be enjoyed, and unfortunately we don't do enough of it because we're stuck in these jobs that don't serve us. So we're going to share some stories here and a little bit about what we do. So we're just here to inspire a healthier, more fulfilling and abundant lifestyle. So we work through an online program. So our online program is basically designed to get more whole foods into our bodies. So most of you know someone or are that someone suffering, whether that's mentally, physically or emotionally. So, we often know someone, or we know someone in our family that's got cancer, autoimmune diseases, we've got skin conditions, and we've got depression and anxiety and all of these different things coming up in life because we're just not nourishing ourselves. We're not nourishing our bodies. We're not nourishing our mind, body and soul because we're doing things that don't serve us. We're going to work. We're living such busy lifestyles that we don't get a chance to nourish ourselves. We don't get a chance to eat the healthy food. And life's just getting away from us. So this is really a way that we can really slow life down. We can start to enjoy life more and start to put better foods into our bodies. So we do this through our online program. Now, our online program consists of over 300 recipes. Now, we don't do diets or deprivation or calorie counting because, let's be honest, that just does not work. Quite often, if you've been on a diet or if you've done the diets or if you've tried all these crazy things, they just don't serve us because we once we're off that diet, we generally put on that weight, or we generally go back to our normal eating habits. So this is really a way, it's a lifestyle change and a way that you can really create healthier habits just through healthy eating. So we've got recipes, we've got kids recipes, we've got all different exciting things like meal plans, exercise guides, shred programs. So for those that want accelerated weight loss, we've also got mindful components, because we understand that what we're feeding the mind daily is really what's happening in our bodies. So everything we think on a daily basis is really affecting our bodies. It's affecting our cells. It's affecting the way that we go about life. So it's really putting a mindful aspect as well. It's just there to help you. You don't need to use it, but we've got all of these beautiful programs there available to you for life, which is awesome, right? How many of you guys have done those programs or shred programs and things, and they usually last for 8 weeks and then you're booted out. So this here is sustainable. It means you're in it for life, which means you can really sustain those lifetime results. So to complement our online program, we've actually come across a beautiful product called Juice Plus. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard it before, but it came into my life because I was traveling as well, just like Soph, and it's really hard to get in all of those nutrients and everything that you really should be eating on a daily basis. It's really quite difficult to get in all of those rainbow colors. How often do we just stick to what we know and what we like, and we don't really venture outside of that rainbow? So I found this as a beautiful, simple, easy way to get in all of those all of those nutrients, so that I know that I'm guaranteed all of those nutrients and benefits. So for me, my skin was a major factor. My skin broke out in cystic acne because I wasn't nourishing myself, because I was living off noodles and beans. And I was on such a budget that I couldn't afford really to spend all that money on organic, healthy, natural food. So for me, my health really was depleted. And because I was working so much, I had no time to think or nourish myself. So my health really deteriorated. I started getting things like anxiety and depression, and I started really feeling like I couldn't leave the house, and I wasn't worthy, and all of these things were happening. And I thought, I come to a point of no more. So if you can really resonate with that, I know that some of you have that point of no more, things need to change. This definitely came into my life at a perfect time. So essentially they are fruits, veg and berries. So we've got our fruits, veg and berries, and what they do is they work on a macronutrient level. So I know I was so skeptical when I saw this, because they were just, they came in a canister, and I was not a believer of anything in a canister. I thought, oh yeah, it's just those supplements, just vitamins, I don't need that, I'm fine. But what I didn't realize is that most of the fruits and veg that we're ingesting, most of the produce that we go out to the supermarket and buy, is often sprayed with all sorts of chemicals. It's gas ripened, which means it's not left on the vine long enough to really see those last stages of nutrient dense. So the most nutrition happens on the vine. And we're actually missing a lot of that because they're picked way too early. They're sitting on shelves, and they're really, we're not seeing that benefit in our bodies, which is why we see so many cancers and sicknesses and illnesses and diseases popping up, because we're not flooding our bodies with the nutrients that we really should be. So this really just bridges the gap. It's not a meal replacement. It's not something that replaces the diet. With our program, we definitely encourage healthy eating. It's just some way to bridge that gap. As a traveler, I'm sure you can understand as well, it's super easy. I don't have to go out and get a green juice. I don't have to spend that money on juicing and do all that mess and have to clean up all that mess. It's really just a way to bridge that gap and to ensure that I'm getting the nutrients. And it's almost as like it's a health insurance policy to myself, because I know in any other country, I know my immune system is strong, that I can fight off those bacteria. I can my system is now healthy and living and strong. And what's beautiful about this is that it works on a cellular level. So it repairs DNA, it repairs our cells. It's really working on a macrocellular nutrition. So all it is just the essence of 27 varieties of fruits, veg, and berries. What they do is they juice them up, they pulp them, the skin, the stem, the seeds, every little bit that holds nutrition is inside those capsules. Now, all they do is once it's vine ripened, they pick it at peak ripeness so that you're making sure that you get all that phytochemicals and nutrient-dense food. And then they're juicing it, they're pulping it, they extract the water, which then takes the sugar component out of it. And then you're left with the beautiful phytochemicals and enzymes that really work on a cellular level. So it's healing your body from the inside. Now, what I love is that it does different things to different people. So for me, it was my skin, it was my energy. I was bouncing out of bed, I was clearer, my brain fog left. I wasn't reaching for the coffee at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's so many things that improved for me, but it turns on different cells. That's what I love about it, is that it happens differently and it shows up differently in different people. So it's your body doing the work. It's not the product doing the work. Your body is doing the healing. So it's really just giving your body the key nutrients it needs for your body to do the healing, for your body to fix itself. So that's what I really love. And because it's turning on all of these cells that haven't been turned on in so long, you're actually craving better food. So who here, craves lots of chocolate and junk food, and we're all guilty of that. And what I love is being on these is that I don't crave any of that anymore. I crave more fruits and veg. I crave more whole foods. So it's just a way to increase that craveability of a healthier lifestyle. Now we do also have our macronutrients. So these are our protein powders. So our protein powders come in chocolate and vanilla. These work on a macronutrient, so it means that you're getting all your proteins, carbs, and fats, which is also a meal on the go. So if you're someone that skips breakfast often, like me, this is amazing because you've got all your superfoods in here. You've got your spirulina, you've got alfalfa sprouts, radish, you've got pumpkin powder, pomegranate, and you've also got niacin in here, which for me was a massive thing because niacin, if any of you research niacin, it's a mood enhancer. It's a plant-based mood enhancer, which means it's really beautiful for depression, for anxiety, and it really helped me with my mood. So that's also a beautiful thing. Also a snack, that's what I love. If I'm reaching for chocolate or I do feel like that chocolate some days, I know that this is a healthy way to get that. Now we also have our omegas as well. So what I love about this is that there's only 3 products. You don't have to go out and learn all of these things. You don't have to buy all these things. And it's just really beautiful that it's simple. It's just food. We all know that we need fruits and veg. We all know that we need more food. So it's a really beautiful way to get all of those nutrients in such a simple and easy way, especially when we're traveling. So the omegas are all plant-based. It's really beautiful for if you don't want those fishy tastes, if you're vegan or vegetarian. All of our products are completely vegan, completely vegetarian, all GMO-free, so they're all natural. And there's absolutely no chemicals or herbicides or pesticides or anything like that in them. So the plant-based omega really just comes from the algae, so the algae of the fish. So they skip the fish and go straight down to the algae, which is beautiful. So all sorts of things like brain health and things like that. So that is our beautiful program and product. Now I'm going to shoot over to Erin, and she's been on the product for a couple of years. Now Erin's just going to share what it's done for her and where she was before this, because we all have a story, we all have something to share. And like me before this, my health was really deteriorating, and I'd really love to show you that stories are really powerful in this, and that's what I love. I know that I resonated with so many stories when I saw this. So I'll pass it over to Erin.
Thanks, Ash. So I've been taking Juice Plus for a couple of years. Prior to, I had very little energy. Jumping on the scales, I wasn't happy with where I was. I was classified in the obese category. Not that I was hugely overweight, but because I'm quite short. Which was kind of sad for me. But yeah, I'd been hearing about it for a while, a little bit skeptical. My husband was a little bit skeptical about it as well, and we weren't quite sure. And it was also the financial commitment. We were struggling financially a little bit as well, and so we're kind of tossing it up for a while. But after a few months, we decided to go ahead with it. About a week after I started taking the products, I found out I was pregnant, which was super exciting. I was only about 4 weeks. And so, yeah, obviously a little bit worried about that as well. But because the products were natural, I had nothing to worry about, which was really cool. I took it through my entire pregnancy. I was on the premium, so fruit, veg, and berries. And I found I had heaps of energy. I often hear stories of women who are pregnant and they're always so tired and they're exhausted and they've got no energy, they've got nothing left at the end of the day. But yeah, I always found that I had heaps of energy left after work, and yeah, it was really good. Obviously, still tired, but still had a lot more energy than I thought. And the fact that I was being able to feed my son the nutrients that he needed as well to be able to grow was really, really important to me. I had a super easy pregnancy, and I am 100% believing that it was because I was on the product. Everyone that I've chatted to who has been pregnant on the product has found the same thing. Only morning sickness when really tired or hungry. But other than that, super easy. Never got over my pregnancy. Didn't gain a huge amount of weight. The right amount. Doctors weren't worried either way. And my son was born 10 pound 13. So I'm sure the products probably contributed to that. Because he's super healthy now, and strong boy, was born really strong as well. So that was really cool. He was born March last year, so obviously carrying a little bit of baby weight still. I decided to do the shred at the end of last year, and in 8 weeks lost 8 kilos. Have just completed my second shred, and didn't have as big a weight loss this time, but I did lose 12 centimeters, which is really exciting. So I'm loving the products. I've just started on the omegas as well, and I'm really excited to see the change in that. And I started the shakes just before I started the shred last year. So I love them. They're a big part of my life now. I'm happy to have them around. Any smoothies and stuff, I'm giving my son to try, and he's loving them as well. So yeah, perfect for me, perfect for my family, and it's been really good. So, but I will pass over to Katrina, and she's going to have more of a chat.
Awesome, thank you, darling. Cool, thank you, beautiful share. I love that. I feel really proud because Erin is actually my customer. She was one of my first customers when I started about 2 years ago. So I've got to love watching her transform, and obviously get to be part of her story as well. So basically, I'll tell you a little bit about me. So I am actually Ashleigh's friend. So we worked together a long time ago back at the Gold Coast in Australia. And we shared a joint love for everything soulful. We love owning our own lives. We love everything like that gives us the time and the opportunity to be able to create our own things. So when I started my journey, I knew Ash was watching. She did have her, toes in and out of the water for a little bit, obviously, because it's so different to most things. But I think it's the stories like that Erin shares that really do show people why we're so passionate about what we do. Health is such a massive thing at the moment. It's such an epidemic, and we have so many studies through Juice Plus. It's the most scientifically researched product in the world. It's more research than the antibiotics that your doctor shares with you when you're sick. So if that doesn't say anything about the actual integrity behind our business, it's crazy. But it's the stories. You get to hear people actually feeling better. So when I got involved, I really did just want to go out there and try and help as many people as possible. I wanted more people to understand their health, take their power back, but also with the business behind it as well. I got to create a really cool income. So what we're going to do is we're going to share a little bit about the actual money side of it, the actual creating an income and creating abundance in your life that Sophie is going to go through in order to help her travels, help her goals, bring that kind of, I guess, freedom. You own your own life again. You don't have to turn up for a boss. You can be your own online entrepreneur, and that's basically what we do here. So when we come into the business, I know for me, I was really kind of unsure of how it worked. I had no idea. I was stuck in a traditional business sense. So when I got told that I'd be my own boss, it did frighten me a little bit because I was like, I have no idea what that is. Coming into this, I didn't understand how the business structure worked, but I did work in retail. So I'm not sure if any of you guys do. I know Ash does hospo, so it's a similar thing. And the structure of a traditional business like that is similar to this. So we have the CEO up the top. Most of the time you come down at the bottom and you work your way up the levels. What I find though is as I was working my way up these levels, I have a really strong work ethic. So I wanted to turn up. I wanted to be the best person I could because I felt like I wanted to give myself to something. As I was working my way up these levels, I felt like I was competing with the people that I enjoyed working alongside. So this was when Ash and I were working together, and we actually worked in a tourist industry. So it was very long hours. We were working there all the time, public holidays, long weekends, late night shifts, early mornings, all that kind of stuff, and giving our time, our dollar, just to earn some money. It did really create some kind of friction. And as we worked up competing, it created kind of a toxic environment. Does anybody know, can relate to having or working in a toxic environment where people are literally just going to work to make money? They're not really passionate about what they do. Sadly, it so often happens in here, and you get told when to turn up, what to wear, when you can take holidays, when you can go pee, all that kind of stuff, and we create it as normal. What I found though was when I came into an industry like this, it kind of blew my mind how different it was. Sorry. So it doesn't look like that at all. Because you're your own boss, there's no limit to the top. So no one sits at the top. You come in, you start down the bottom again, but our CEO position is called NMD, a National Marketing Director, and there's an unlimited amount of them. So just like I have, Sophie can take this and run straight up to the top to National Marketing Director. She can be the own CEO of her business, which I liked because back in the other one, there was no chance of me becoming the CEO of my retail company. You know, I wasn't even getting past manager because everything above there was so solidified. And pretty much it was people had to go into retirement for you to move up. So I loved that I had the potential to create my own success straight away. But I also loved that I was helping people who just wanted to earn an extra couple of $100 a week. You know, there was no max, there was no minimum. It was literally owning your own life and me meeting people where they're at. And that's really cool because there's so many people out there at the moment who wanted an extra stream of income, just like Ash. She was sick of her job and she had the goals as if she worked her way up to here a little bit at a time each week, she would eventually work her way up to freedom. I love that. It makes sense to me because it's something that you can control. It's something that reflects on just you. It doesn't reflect on the other people that are working there. It doesn't reflect on anything else except for your passion. So for me, when I understood this, I understood that I could get to the top, that I could create my own income, and I had a really cool product that worked. It was pretty much a no-brainer. The one thing that did worry me though was that I kind of felt like I didn't know enough people. Now, when I came into this business, I really was at a low point in my life. I suffered severe anxiety, just like Ash, and I didn't want to go out there and be super social. But I did realize that there were people that needed help. So what I did was I put up a post on Facebook, just sharing my journey on the product straight away. So one of my friends that I didn't really know that well, but you know, we're just kind of Facebook friends, Miranda, she commented on there and said, what is it that you're trying? I need a health boost. I'd love to know more details. Basically, I said to her, look, I've only just started too, but I'm actually just did a recording. So similar to what Sophie's doing tonight, if I send it through, will you watch it? She loved it. She was like, hey, look, I love the product. I love that it's natural. I love that the business lets me own my own time again. So she jumped on board as well. So never would have been someone that I thought would jump in this with me, but she was already keen. Then what happened is I met another lady, Jo, online just by talking. So we got into a conversation because we were both doing family daycare at the time. And she got in touch with me about one of my resources. And then we got talking that I did online work, and she said, you know what, I'd really love to do online work because I'm sick of working from my house every day. I really want to travel, but I can't pick my work up and take it with me. Obviously, online work filled all of her needs. So she signed up as well. And that was somebody that I've never even met. So I realized that me needing to know thousands of people was a myth. It really doesn't work when social media is so prevalent like it is these days. Then what happened is these girls went out and did the exact same thing. They found a couple of people. And then what happens is they find a couple of people and they find a couple of people. And it starts to grow without you even knowing. So just by me knowing 2 people, within 2 weeks, I had a team of over 15 people and I'd only met 2 of them. That's the power of compound interest. And it was really quite crazy, and it got me understanding the beauty of it. So then what I did is I went out and found more using their system. Okay, they teach you how to do it. So I used their system. Ash got in touch with me. Then Ash has met Soph. Sophie's going to meet people on her way. Erin's over here. Erin's going to meet people on her way. And this is what happens. These ladies have met more, and we call it the popcorn effect, because literally it popcorns out. People get driven. People understand that they can take their own life back. They get excited because it's something that they can be passionate about rather than just rocking up to work. And it creates this really cool movement. Now, I can tell you that that works, guys, because I've been doing it 2 years and I have a team of over 400 people at the moment. Now, out of those 400 people, I think I only knew probably 2% on a personal level before this started, and everything else has just popcorned and kind of snowballed from there. But I want to talk a little bit about the money side of it and how we get paid. And then we're going to shoot on over and hear from Sophie about why she's decided to join and why she's so passionate about what the future holds. But I wanted to know straight away how it works. I don't want it to be one of those things that I can't work out. I don't want it to be one of those things that promises me money and it never turns up. So I want to explain to you exactly how we make money and what kind of stuff's on the table straight away. So when we come into this business, we need to be passionate about the product. We need to understand that holistic health is important. Fruit and veggies are important. More people need to eat them. That's basically the foundation of what we do. And then we help people understand their health again. So we use the product, we talk about the product, and we share our results. That's our method. We call it UTR. Oops, sorry. So basically all we ask of people when they want to join our team, jump on the product. We're going to teach you how to share your results. And that's simply what we do. Now, when we do that, we do it through social media. I find the most easiest way because you've got a platform of hundreds of people straight away. There's 7 billion people on Facebook. So if you feel like you don't know people, we'll teach you how to find them, because there's so many people out there at the moment with their hands up for better health and for better wealth. It's just 2 of the things that are so prevalent everywhere. So Juice Plus has been around 30 years. Now, in the time that they've been around, they have helped hundreds and thousands of families, but they've never paid once for marketing, for advertising, for stock fees, for billboards, for celebrity endorsing, anything like that. They literally keep all the money aside and they give it to the customers. So there's millions and millions and millions of dollars up here that they save on advertising yearly. And then what they do is they pay it to the customers just like us for sharing our results. And I think that's brilliant. It's honest marketing, and it's the way most companies should be, rather than trying to trick everyone with their fancy stuff that doesn't actually work. Now, when we come in as that little customer, we get paid 3 ways. So we get paid a retail profit, a percentage, and then our bonuses. The retail profit is really basic. We share our results. When people are interested, they come to us and we put their orders through for them. So by me placing someone's order, they put money in my bank account straight away for doing so. It's really simple, it's really easy and really quick. And then it also means that you get to help that person feel better on their journey as well. Then we get paid our commission. Now, basically, this is what we call residual income. It's amazing because not many companies actually do it anymore, but it starts to create a passive income that will flow over time based on your team's performance. So if you can teach people how to do this, you'll get paid a passive income for life. that's the beauty of me at the moment, because I've done 2 years of hard work understanding this business and helping as many people as possible. I now have a passive income that comes in every year that supports me so that I don't have to work. So basically at 30, I got to retire myself because this business works, because this is so smart. But this is the one I want to explain tonight because it's the fun one. We call it the bonus money. And it's the money that comes into your bank straight away from helping people. And I think that's awesome. Is there a better way to get paid than making other people feel good? So basically when we come in as a DBF level. We go out, we help 1 or 2 people feel better. We get paid $100 bonus for doing so. Then we move on to SDBF. This normally happens in your first month and we get a $400 bonus. Now, because there's no teachers, you own your own business. The person who introduces you helps you every step of the way. They teach you, they show you what they did, and they help you become successful. Because you've got the bonus and they've helped you, they also get a $400 bonus. So what I love about that is that someone is invested in your success. They're not competing with you. The person that brought you in wants you to get successful. So they help build you up because they know that if you're successful, it reflects in their business as well. Then we've got SC, which is a $600 bonus and $600 every single time you teach someone to do it. SSC, which is a $1,200 bonus and $1,200 every time you teach someone. What's cool about them too is they're exponential, so there's no limit to them. You can go and create 4 SSCs in 1 month. That's almost a $4,000 paycheck just in bonuses. I remember that's just 1/3 of the way you're getting paid. You still have these ones that are going to come into your paycheck as well. Then we have a QNMD, which is a $1,500 bonus and $1,500 every time you teach someone. And then we have NMD, which is our pinnacle position, which is a $3,000 bonus. Your teacher doesn't need one because they're most probably an NMD as well. And that means at this level, you're earning a residual income as a base of 80 to 100 grand per year. So that's the power of the finances behind here. You help enough people and you get paid, which I think is beautiful, because who isn't passionate about helping people? Who doesn't want to share their success and go out and make it a little bit more abundant by adding more people into the mix? So basically we're going to shoot on over. We're going to get Sophie to tell us what she got into this for, what she loves about it, what she's found so far, and what she's excited to achieve in the long run. Here you go, darling. It's all yours.
Hello. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So as a few of you have heard tonight, one of my biggest passions is traveling. And the way that I've sustained that lifestyle is through seasonal hospitality work. And that's been my life for the last 5 years. And I've been able to live in some really beautiful places and have some amazing experiences. However, this work is beginning to become very mentally and physically exhausting, and it's not inspiring me, and I'm not enjoying it anymore. And that's about when Ash came into my life. Before I met her, I'd been thinking about going online for work so that I could travel easier. And then I started noticing all the things she was doing online, basically. She had left Mount Cook, where we met, and I saw that she was online, working her own hours, in control of when she worked and where she did it. And I basically couldn't ignore just contacting her and seeing what she was up to. And that all unfolded about a week or two ago. And then I pretty much jumped in feet first, and it's been a lot. I've been learning a lot. I do believe that it works, and I hope that I can make it work for me. And yeah, I think that all the research done on the product is something that I can get behind, and I really like the prospect of helping people out who would like to be helped and who would like to better their health or like to better their skin or overall diet. And I look forward to the people that I meet and where this can take me. So,
that's beautiful.
And I want to say that, Ash, you've been a wonderful inspiration and a wonderful upper. And thank you so much for everything you've done. And yeah, thank you.
Oh. That's so nice. That's beautiful. Thank you. It's been so amazing just being able to share this with you and being able to work with you. And that's what I love about this is that you can really choose who you work with. And it's just beautiful because it's such a positive, inspiring, uplifting environment, isn't it?
Yeah, it
I love
really
it.
is. There's a big support system here, which is really great. And because it shows that people, they do believe in it from the bottom of their hearts. And I won't say I'm not a little bit skeptical still if it works for me, but I do want to give it the best shot I have.
You're amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
That's so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I agree. Ashleigh is amazing. I'm so thankful that she decided to come and have a look because she's so passionate about what she's doing, and there's some amazing movement happening over there in the US and New Zealand. We've got team everywhere. So I really appreciate everyone's time tonight. I know Sophie's really passionate about this. You can just see it. And I know she's going to go so far because she's got the drive and the heart, which are two things that we're pretty passionate about over here. So please, if any of this resonates with you, if you've been sent this, please know that you can get your questions answered. We all have so many. We all have fears. We all have doubts. We all had those things that held us back. But if you could see where I was 2 years ago, I was pretty much a single mum with 2 kids, struggling week to week, not even wanting to walk out to the mailbox because I knew how much debt I was in. And now I've been able to totally turn my life around. I'm in a job that I love. I earn a ridiculous amount of money by helping other people every day. I still get to put my kids first because I work online. So I can work when they're at school or I can work when they go to sleep. I can travel. Travel is one of my highest values. I'm going to the US next month, actually, which will be my first time going over there for work. And I'm so excited to meet more of my team. Crazy, right? So I've never been to the US, but I have team in the US because of our beautiful mission of online work. So that is the power of that popcorn effect that I explained to you. So definitely get your questions answered, like I said. And, you know, not everybody's going to get this yet. Online work is a brand new concept. So please don't feel like everybody's going to get it. We teach you everything. We educate you all about it. The people around you probably don't get it yet, and that's okay. Nobody got it when I got it either, but I've been able to show them more about it as the years have gone on. So definitely reach out. We'd love to chat more to you. I know Sophie's so open about hearing any questions, and Ash and I are always here to help as well. So thank you for your beautiful shares today, Erin, Ash, Sophie, amazing. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you to everybody for jumping on and showing Sophie some support.